This video is going to be about men allowing themselves to fail at certain things in life, because you can't always get everything right. I'm in my 30s, I definitely know that as a man. I think our biggest fear is failure, is what is people going to think? What are they going to say? I've struggled with this over the years, so that's why I wanted to make a video on it. You feel as if like you should have to get everything right, which is fucking impossible. Do you know what I mean? Some things you're just not gonna know. You need to learn. You need to learn a lesson. So learning that lesson might mean you fucking it up, coming back to it, not understanding it again and fucking it up again. You might just be a fuck up, but you might just fuck it up once, twice, 3 or 4 times, and then you might get it right. Ask some people how many times they've took their driving test. That's a perfect example. It's something that is quite a vital thing for most adults who travel, and it's a necessity for some people when it comes to their job. But it's not something that all of us possess, the skills to be able to drive. If you build yourself up and go and take loads of tests and then you can't pass that test, there's now some type of brick wall between you and the test certificate, right? So you got to build up courage, you got to build up resilience, you got to build yourself up, because life pulls you down sometimes. And I get it. Like, there's so many things like in life which I wish I just focused more on putting my pride to just one side and just allowed it to just happen. Perfect example is me making videos like this. I have a lot of self-pride. It's not that I don't want to say certain things. It's just I know that to keep this on topic, everybody isn't going to go through the same things as that I went through when it comes to the things which I've failed at as a man. Because every man has failed at something. Every man is a dunce at some point until they learn. Do you get it? My dad is my hero. So my dad will be the person that is the strongest man in the world in my eyes. Until I start going to the gym and I start seeing other people or someone else who's really, really strong. Maybe he might be stronger than my dad. But in my eyes, my dad is the strongest. Mental thing. Do you get it? You understand the point? What I'm here to say is that in your 30s, yeah, you probably got the most amount of energy. You probably want to do as much things as you can because you're physically able, yeah? You got your man strength. So now you're ready. Don't let this failure or not making it fucking hold you back. I've let it hold me back at certain points in my life and realised to myself, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if I fail at making this YouTube video and nobody really watches it? I know that there are some men who struggle with self-confidence, motivation, pushing themselves, or they're always putting themselves on a back burner for others because they feel attention's not supposed to be on them. I've got friends that are like that. I thought it was weird, first of all, I'm not gonna lie, until I just started saying to myself, hold on, they're not like me. They're themselves. So I need to kind of accept them for them and stop thinking that we all want the same things, because we don't. But the time you waste trying to figure it out, trying to figure out if like you've got the capability or if you should give it a go. You know, I think a lot of men, no matter who they are, we think stuff a lot. We think about what other people would say. We care a lot about what other people would say, because I think if you carry that name the man or a man, you've got a sense of responsibility. My sense of responsibility is not to do anything fucking stupid in life, because yes, I have people relying on me, but I also have to be a role model at this age. So I can't be a bad character or someone who is not striving for better things, because most of the men that I know in my life as role models and stuff like that, they've had to go through a level of hardship before they've been able to get anywhere. I never really wanted that for myself, because I realised how I stagnated their life. Whether they wanted to do something or whether they didn't want to do something, they didn't have the opportunity. So with me, I try and do things as best as I can, knowing that I'm maybe not going to be the best, but I know that I can still try. And I think that that whole point of trying allows me to be in a different space, to where I don't mind going to the gym and like trying to work out, trying to do as much as I can on chest and failing when I get to a certain point. Because if I fail today, it doesn't mean that I'll fail tomorrow. If I try today, I might rest and give my ego a rest as well, because I've been beaten, and then try again the next day. Because 2 days can't be the same. You understand? But a lot of males have got to put away this thinking of, I'm gonna do it when I can or when I'm fit. Because guess what? That day's never fucking coming, man. That day when you tell, I'm gonna do it then, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna start that then, I'm gonna start this then. No, you're not. Be honest with yourself. And that's what I think it starts with. Being honest with yourself and asking yourself, why do I keep on putting some things off? Is it just fair? Am I afraid of what people are going to say about me? Because a lot of the time you might think that you're talk of the town and all that shit. Nobody talks about you, man. Nobody cares. People only care when you start to do some real winning in life. So practice your skills. Practice your man skills in parameters. Do you understand what I mean? When I mean practice your man skills, I mean I practice being a good man towards my partner as much as I can, because I want her to know that I'm going to be the man who's going to take the bin out, put air in the car tyres, wash up, do certain things what I need to do. The other day she asked me if I could fix the dishwasher. Not really sure, but I did say yes. Again, I will just read some instructions and I will ask for the model number, because I will be able to find out all of the relative problems. What I can do, and do it myself and turn up there and go on like I know what I'm doing, because I've prepped myself. I don't need to have this conversation with her. I just know that she needed someone to be a man in that situation. She was going to pay someone else when I'm a plumber. So if it's not anything that I can't fix, I don't know who can fix it. Do you know what I mean? It's not that plumbers don't always just fix washing machines, innit? That's what I want to remind you. Some of us have had some experience and we know what to do. And I've had a little bit of experience, so I'm quite confident. But what I'm saying is just the whole point of like making yourself up to be someone, innit? It's okay if you don't reach that expectation for you and for her as well, because you can always get better, innit? You must have heard loads of people say, you hear like women talking about their partner. Me and Stuart's been dating for 20 years now. He was an arsehole before, little cokehead and all that stuff. But now, you look at him now, good dad. He's playing run-outs with the kids. People change, innit? Things change, innit? People have to understand that they have to grow up. You have to get out of certain things what you was doing before, because to bring that around children and to bring that around the general public, people are not going to have the right amount of respect for you, because they see you doing the things which you shouldn't be doing, or the things which are frowned upon in society. We know what they all are, we're just not going to get into them, because this video is about fair. And I think The fear of being alone and going at certain things alone is daunting enough as it is. I used to worry a lot more about what people would say or think about the things what I'm doing. You know, like when I first started modelling, people, oh yeah, you do all that modelling stuff. Why are you going to do any work and all that? Are you stupid? Are we Fred Flintstone times? We're past these times now where you could tease me about something like that. I get paid the same amount of money. No, we don't get paid the same amount of money. I get paid way more money for doing that than you get for doing the job you do. You're always, and other people will tell you, work smarter, not harder. But when you don't have much skills, you have to work harder. But when you have more skills and something to your bow or something to your arsenal, what you can make money from, you don't have to do the same. You're getting smarter, wiser. And that's something I choose to practice, even if at the time people thought they could clown me about that, you know. Oh yeah, you're doing modelling. So, does it pay bills? Yes. Am I happy with it? Yes. Is there some type of career to some part? Yes. Why are you in my business? We always critique each other about things and try and tease each other about things because secretly you want to do them. And I realised that from a long time ago. I've been a cool person since school times. I used to sit on the back of the bus, that type of guy. So I've been cool, long time. So I understand some of the things which people haven't been through and they want to experience to be able to allow themselves to be more comfortable just within themselves. But you got to get there first. You can't say you got the t-shirt and you didn't go to the show. Because I feel that a lot of people do feel like they're credible when, you know what, there's a lot of stages what you've got to go through. I think the stage of not worrying about what others think and letting it be what it is a great stage. That stage is the time when you reflect back. Like, I never knew of like what my content journey was going to be when I first started talking, but I didn't realise that my talking head videos, like just this video where I'm talking to you guys like this, is some of the most therapeutic and easiest videos for me to make. Because again, I just feel like I'm just talking to someone else who's sitting there and telling them about times in my own life when I was afraid to do certain things. I was like, people have asked me, how do you get so much confidence to be able to come across and just do videos like that? I do videos in the public because I'm confident, but I also feel that I'm in a good place in my life, innit? So when you're in a good place, you feel like sharing. You feel like closing that chapter for yourself and saying, fear isn't my problem anymore. At all. Because I don't fear anything. I don't fear a man in the comment section. I don't fear someone saying, oh, but you're not doing manly stuff. You're not working. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I've done that for 20 years. What, do you get any stickers for 40 years? You get no gold pens nowadays in life, yeah? You make sure you get the pen for yourself, which is, I don't know, the adult or the father of the year pen from your own family, because it doesn't come from anybody else. This is your life is not about anymore. Who remembers that little red book when people used to read their life and all that? I grew up on stuff like that, so in my head, knowing that these achievements are achievable in most men's lives makes me think that I want that. Of course I fucking want that. Of course I want to be able to look back and have a little scrapbook and say, do you know what, I've done this, I've done that, and this helped me in such a way. And it's just chapters which I can close now in life, but chapters I can reopen when I have kids, and to be able to share it with them, you know, to be able to say to them, look, there was a time when I was going through it at points. Many people struggle with who they are or who they want to be. The phobia or the fear of how people are going to judge you. you don't have to worry about being judged by them. If you believe in someone above, like God and all that stuff, you will just worry about that person judging you, and that person only. I look to more to things like that. Before I wasn't really a super believer in things like that, but, you know, growing up, I went to a Christian school, and my nan was a Jehovah's Witness, so I'd be going to the Kingdom Hall and stuff like that when I was younger. And to believe in something, as I've got older, has seemed like a better place for me. I mean, my heart's settled, believing in that there is someone helping you, and it's not just you, and if you pray a little bit, you will get somewhere in life. And that takes away a little bit of phobia of failing and worrying and, oh shit. It's still there, but it's not so prevalent, which is better for me, because you could worry yourself to death. We all know that. I think a lot of men struggle with stress. That's the reason why they get grey very quickly. They don't speak to anyone. And, you know, I could never be that type of adult growing up, that type of man growing up who doesn't speak to people and doesn't have a way to express myself or let off steam. My letting off steam is going to the gym. Expressing myself, I might just jump online and just talk to people and say how it is. I like to give real talk because I come from a real place. My upbringing growing up here is very real. Very real individuals that I've been around. Serious individuals. Men who inspire me, but who I also look up to as well. Everyone isn't blessed to have role models like that. And even if you're not, there are enough people who you can learn from, read books from, and get third-hand knowledge from, because that will help as well. But at no time is it too late to give up. There's always time to dig a little bit deeper and to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to give this thing another try. Oh, nearly dropped my camera there. So, one second, guys. So, whatever you want to try with in life, whether it's trying to better yourself, becoming a better man, expressing yourself in ways which people can understand, communicating with your family a little bit more, and just, you know, the things what you've got a list of what you're afraid of. So as long as you can fix some of those things through your own list, yeah, you're good, man. You're very good. Because living in fear is not nice, man. You know, I think there are a lot of people that they size themselves down, they small themselves up. A lot of men do it, small themselves up, because they're afraid, they're scared. I see it, you know. I see it with grown men who just want to just chat with me at work. Oh, how's it going, mate? If I shut them down, they're not willing to come back at any point. Sometimes I shut them down, because let's just keep it real, we're in the real world nowadays, isn't it? Everyone can't be a friend who don't know you. And I just don't just do that with just random people anyway. But I'm sure they're not worried about being my friend. Like, that's their phobia. That's nothing to do with it. I just wanted to say that for context. But they will be going through some type of struggle, man. That's why even as a grown man, you need to have someone to be able to talk to. Make sure you got some good friends in life, you know. Life can be a long road. Have good people about you, good energy people. I try to make sure I get good friends, man. That's very hard to pick as well, but judging through their actions and stuff like that, just trying to make sure that they're good people. Because I only want good people around me, you know. And I'm sure that when I beat one thing that I'm afraid of a little bit, there might be something else saying to me, do you know what, you're next. So my phobia might have been at the beginning putting myself out there. A phobia, what I know is what is my next phobia past putting myself out there on social media is me going on like rides and stuff like that. So I don't like to scare myself, go on heights and stuff like that. So I try not to do that. But again, that's something which is fun, which I know I should get over. So next time I go to a theme park or something like that, I'm definitely going to try some type of ride like that, which will definitely be outside of my comfort zone. But I'm going to do it because it's about putting some little phobias or fears behind you. But those are just minor ones, innit? I'm sure people have much bigger ones than things which I'm saying. But the point was, phobias and fears, don't let it hold you back in life. Because for a lot of men, I just know it's killing your dreams. It's killing your dreams thinking that you want to be like or very similar to like someone who you see. And you don't do it because you're afraid of what people might say. I tell my own friends so many times, you don't even know these people. You got to not care what certain people think, because you got to live for you and you got to do your own thing. But that might be my mindset as well. Let me know. I appreciate you all for like joining me on these types of conversations, because these are conversations which I have with myself, which I just think that people would appreciate. Let me know if people appreciate these types of conversations. Phobia and fears of men, yeah? I know there's a long list, but this was just briefly touching on it, you know? Briefly. Don't think about your phobia or your fear today. Just get on with your day, man. This is a reminder that you can get over it, man. As long as you subscribe to my channel. Like, share and subscribe. See you on the other side. Let's get it.